If you care enough to be the very best at this, your feelings and senses will take you into many areas that you don't even know you're in at this moment.
Welcome to our new series of vidal sassoon training videos. Complete, this set will give you a unique library of fresh cuts, some combined with interesting perms, others with exciting colouring techniques. Mastering these will extend your knowledge and expertise, will give new inspiration to your creativity, and will add profitability to your career path. The vidal sassoon way is for those who really care about their craft. Our tradition of precision cutting, combined with classic and high fashion design, has kept us at the forefront of international hairdressing for over 30 years. What has really made the difference is our commitment to training. For our own apprentices, assistants, and the students we instruct at our schools and academies, and the shows and seminars we hold around the world, everything begins and ends with training and practice. Everyone who has ever worked or studied with us will tell you that training is our lifeblood. So practice cutting, colouring and perming, and be ever more critical of your work and your art, just as we are. Because like us, you know that practice makes perfect.
The Sensia Safe Perm, a technique that provides lift at the roots but leaves the ends their natural texture. Glamorous reality, a shape that combines both square and round graduation with extended length through the top. Before commencing, make a thorough check of the growth pattern of the hair. Start by sectioning off the area to be permed. In this case, an area has been sectioned around the crown. The first section is over-directed up and forwards so that the roller sits on its own section, as will now be demonstrated. Sensia safe permers protect the hair so only the roots are permed. Now, use an orange Sensia safe permer and grey perm rods for the first section and grey-blue rods for the second section. These sections will be wound away from the face in a vertical panel down the center back. Notice how the roller size has alternated to give a varied texture. Continue down to the bottom of your circular section. Where the hair is shorter, allow for this by using smaller Sensia safe permers. Now we move on to the sides. Wind the hair as before, using the same amount of over direction. This ensures a constant amount of root lift throughout the perm section. Now process the perm according to manufacturer's instructions. Start the haircut in the nape area. First, divide the hair horizontally and then take a central vertical section and lift the hair out and slightly down. Angle your fingers square to the head and cut a square line. Subsequent sections are taken parallel to the first and over-directed slightly back to compensate for the roundness of the hair. Here you can clearly see the hair being over-directed back onto the previous section. Repeat this procedure for the second side. To continue the back area, take a horizontal section from the crown to a point just behind the top of the ear. This section will incorporate the previously permed hair. Use the same sectioning procedure as for the nape and extend the square line up towards the crown. Again, over-direct to maintain weight behind the ears. Take time to assess what you have done so far, bearing in mind that the outline will be refined at a later stage. The second side is cut in exactly the same manner as the first. Before starting the sides, section the top hair completely out of the way. Then, take a diagonal section and lift the hair straight out and cut a line that follows the shape of the head at that point. Subsequent sections are taken parallel and lifted out but slightly down to build up weight through the sides. Notice how the hair behind the ear is left out to be cut at a later stage. sections in the crown area are over-directed across to build up the correct amount of weight. Repeat the same procedure through the second side. The length of the top is created by taking a 1-inch thick section around the hairline and cutting a line against the jaw. Check this carefully to make sure it balances with the rest of the shape. Now use the length you have created through the front and the length on the crown to act as a guide for the top sections. Then cut a rounded line between these points. A pointing technique is used to give the hair more texture. Subsequent sections are taken parallel and over-directed up to maintain weight through the sides. blend the top with the sides, take vertical sections and remove any excess weight. Make sure the hair is over-directed back to maintain length through the front. Refine the outline shape by pointing with the tips of the scissors to achieve a consistent texture throughout. It is also necessary at this point to round off any excessive corners. Use a pointing technique to define the outline shape. This method of finishing is very useful when working with a freshly permed texture. A Sensia Safe Perm and Glamorous Reality. Two more original and exciting techniques from Vidal Sassoon.
be the very best at this. Your feelings and senses will take you into many areas that you don't even know you're in at this moment.
Welcome to our new series of vidal sassoon training videos. Complete, this set will give you a unique library of fresh cuts, some combined with interesting perms, others with exciting colouring techniques. Mastering these will extend your knowledge and expertise, will give new inspiration to your creativity, and will add profitability to your career path. The vidal sassoon way is for those who really care about their craft. Our tradition of precision cutting, combined with classic and high fashion design, has kept us at the forefront of international hairdressing for over 30 years. What has really made the difference is our commitment to training. For our own apprentices, assistants, and the students we instruct at our schools and academies, and the shows and seminars we hold around the world, everything begins and ends with training and practice. Everyone who has ever worked or studied with us will tell you that training is our lifeblood. So practice cutting, colouring and perming, and be ever more critical of your work and your art, just as we are. Because like us, you know that practice makes perfect.
Welcome to the Urban Angels technique, a short, highly original shape with a strong internal structure. Including elemental colour, a modern application showing the newest way to wear blonde hair. Begin by checking the hairlines for awkward growth patterns. As you can see, the area around the crown has been sectioned away, to be cut and blended at a later stage. This is to allow a greater measure of control, which is critical to the overall shape. Start the haircut through the centre back. Take a vertical section from just below the crown to the nape and cut a square line that angles in towards the nape. Subsequent sections are taken parallel to the first and over-directed back onto the previously cut section. Follow this same procedure until you reach the point where the back of the head curves into the sides. This is not essential, but does allow you a greater level of control over the balance of the shape. Follow this same procedure for the second side. Return to your original side. Notice how the hair has been sectioned from below the crown to a point above the top of the ear. Continue with vertical sections using the same cutting angle as before, over-directing each section back onto the previously cut hair. To maintain the correct shape behind the ears, it is important not to allow the angle of your section to deviate away from the vertical. Keeping this in mind, continue to the point just above the ear. Now, repeat this same sectioning and cutting procedure for the second side. Once the back is complete, use a suitable refining technique. In this case, scissor over comb softens the layering around the nape area. The fundamentals of scissor over combing are as follows. Always use the large end of the comb. Your cutting hand should mirror the movement of the comb. Only remove small amounts of hair at a time. Work against the hair growth. To achieve the correct texture and shape, this technique must be used evenly around all the hairline areas. Work from the sides to the top of the head. Due to the design of the haircut, a panel has been left out around the front hairline. Use the hair above the top of the ear as a guide and gradually work around the head, pivoting the sections as you go. Notice how each section is still over-directed back onto the previously cut hair. This maintains slightly more length through the top area. Follow this same sectioning and cutting method for the second side. When you are working with disconnected lengths of hair, it is critical to keep your sections clean. Now incorporate the crown area. This is done in 3 stages, starting with the top. Take a vertical section from the crown into the previously cut hair. Cut a line from short to long, over-directing the remainder of the crown section onto this line. Subsequent sections are taken parallel to this first section and over-directed into the previously cut section. Continue in this manner until the hair no longer reaches the cutting line. Repeat this same cutting procedure for the second side. The second stage of cutting the crown, the back, employs the same method of sectioning and cutting as the first stage. Again, repeat this procedure for both sides. Now, the third and final stage involves joining the sides with the top, utilizing the same cutting method as the previous two stages. When completed, this will leave the greatest amount of length through the center of the crown area and give a better proportion to the head shape. Now refine the outline area around the ears. This is achieved by using the pointing technique to gently remove any unnecessary length. continue with this technique, blending the hair in front of the ear. Now incorporate the front lengths into the rest of the shape. Use various pointing and slicing techniques to achieve a balanced shape and an even blend of texture. The second part of the elemental color technique will now be demonstrated. The first part of this process involved pre-bleaching our model Vanda prior to the haircut using an oil-based bleach with a 6% oxidant. This was left to process according to manufacturer's instructions. This process is designed to enhance and soften pre-bleached or very light hair. Use a normal tint application procedure. In this case, we are using a pale blonde tint. 3 parts depth or level 10, 1 part depth or level 9 with a 6% oxidant. It is critical that this procedure be carried out with speed and precision, as the color being applied over pre-bleached hair will process at an accelerated rate. For this reason, the color is applied from the crown outwards, from the roots to the mid-lengths only. Note, at this stage, the hairlines at the front and the shorter nape area are left out. Once the colour has been applied to the roots and mid-lengths, move directly to the nape area using normal tint application procedure. Now, apply the rest of the tint through the remaining interior lens, including the front hairline section, ensuring even distribution of colour throughout. Allow the colour to process according to manufacturer's instructions. Dry your finished look using a suitable finishing product to enhance shine and condition. Urban Angels with Elemental Colour, a deceptively simple, modern classic from Vidal Sassoon.
If you care enough to be the very best at this, your feelings and senses will take you into many areas that you don't even know you're in at this moment.
Welcome to our new series of Vidal Sassoon training videos. Complete, this set will give you a unique library of fresh cuts, some combined with interesting perms, others with exciting colouring techniques. Mastering these will extend your knowledge and expertise, will give new inspiration to your creativity, and will add profitability to your career path. The Vidal Sassoon way is for those who really care about their craft. Our tradition of precision cutting, combined with classic and high fashion design, has kept us at the forefront of international hairdressing for over 30 years. What has really made the difference is our commitment to training. For our own apprentices, assistants, and the students we instruct at our schools and academies, and the shows and seminars we hold around the world, everything begins and ends with training and practice. Everyone who has ever worked or studied with us will tell you that training is our lifeblood. So practice cutting, colouring and perming, and be ever more critical of your work and your art, just as we are. Because like us, you know that practice makes perfect.
Welcome to Bad Girl Glamour, a hard-edged, angular shape set ablaze by high-impact colour. Including colour exposure, which gives the effect of pieces of colour peeping through the hair. Begin by checking the hairlines for awkward growth patterns. As you can see, the area through the center top and back has been sectioned away to be cut and blended at a later stage. The haircut is started at a point above the ear. Take diagonal sections and lift out and cut a square line at that point. Subsequent sections are taken parallel and over-directed back to leave greater length towards the front hairline. Work through the side area, using the length over the ear as a guide. Lift the hair straight out and follow the shape of the head with your cutting line. Continue working into the nape area, ensuring that the hair is lifted straight out from the head to eliminate any weight build-up. Follow the same sectioning and cutting procedure for the second side. Once the nape is complete, use a suitable refining technique. In this case, the points of the scissors are used to create an irregular and ruffled texture. Having completed the underneath sections, now incorporate the previously disconnected lengths. Take a diagonal section behind the ear and elevate out at 90 degrees. Cut a line from short to long using the points of the scissors to create a variated line. Subsequent sections are over-directed onto the first section and cut in the same manner. This will create a certain amount of overhang through the center of the back, which serves to enhance the dynamics of the shape. Here is the first side completed. Now repeat this same cutting and sectioning procedure for the second side. Once both sides are complete, move to the center back, where there will be a corner of weight, which is reduced using the same pointing technique as before. Continue elevating sections out at 90 degrees until the hair no longer reaches. Check the shape for visual balance. Now, move to the top sections. Start by dividing the hair evenly through the center. Take a vertical section above the ear and proceed to comb the hair straight out at right angles to the head. Point into the hair, blending into previously cut side sections, whilst retaining the length through the center top. subsequent sections are taken parallel and over-directed back onto the previously cut hair. This will develop an exaggerated feeling of length through the front hairline. This same procedure is repeated on the second side. Check your shape once again for visual balance. At this stage, it may be necessary to check throughout the center of the crown area to eliminate any excess buildup of weight, which will detract from the overall desired effect. Again, use the pointing technique to refine this area. Now, refine all the excess length around the front hairline area. Comb each section down flat to the head and point a curved line which skirts the perimeter of the eye area. The first stage of the color exposure technique will now be demonstrated. This involves lightening broad sections of hair throughout the longer internal lengths. Starting from the occipital area, take horizontal sections and proceed to backcomb a thick slice of hair. This prevents a hard line developing on the root of the hair to be lightened. Now, place a prepared strip of foil underneath this section and apply the color, in this case a powder bleach with a 4% oxidant. This will prepare the hair for the second stage of the color exposure technique. Note how the foil is sealed to isolate the section being lightened. Now continue through the center back, working up to the crown area, ensuring that the sections are evenly spaced. Through the sides, work horizontally across using a slice technique. A slice means taking a very fine straight section, just skimming the surface of the hair with the tail of the comb. Continue to use the same lightener. Again, note how the foil is folded. Continue using this technique, taking sections up to the crown area on both sides of the back. Now repeat this same sectioning and lightening procedure through the top of the head, working from the front hairline back to the crown area. Note how the slice sections follow the shape of the front hairline. This gives a more natural effect through this area. When all the foils are completed, tint all the remaining hair with a deep red colour with a blue-red tone, depth or level 7 with a 9% oxidant, using normal tint application procedure. Make sure that each foil is lifted so that the colour application is even throughout. When applying tint to the front hairline, comb the hair back off the face and use gentle brush strokes. This gives a more natural finish and avoids hard lines. Process the color according to manufacturer's instructions. The second stage of the color exposure technique takes place after the hair has been thoroughly shampooed. Apply a mixture of fire and cyclamen crazy colors throughout the internal lengths of the hair, avoiding the scalp and the very front hairline. This will give a more naturally blended end result. Once completed, allow to process according to manufacturer's instructions. Dry the hair using a suitable finishing product to enhance the color, shine and texture of the hair. Bad girl glamour with color exposure, a hard-edged, high-impact look from Vidal Sassoon.